Setting up a filter in GA4 to remove your internal traffic from your own employees or agencies is quite straightforward. However, it does need to be done in two distinct steps. We start by heading to the admin panel of the GA4 window, and then step the first is we're going to click into data streams, into the given data stream that is measuring your traffic. Scroll down till you find configure tag settings. Scroll further, show more, and then define internal traffic. This is where we are going to tell this bit of tracking what to consider internal traffic. Here I will hit create. I can use the example of office IP address. It is important to note this traffic type value here. By default, it will list internal, but you can list a handful. You can change this value. I'm going to leave it as is for the moment, but that value is what we will eventually be filtering on. So once I've given it a name, I've figured out my traffic type value, I have to define the IP addresses. We have a lot of options here for different types of IP addresses, match types against those IP addresses. For instance, you can try, and this will, if any traffic comes from this particular IP address, it will match against this condition and be flagged. We can have a handful of other options so that we can match against ranges or multiple specific areas as are required. I then just hit create, and we'll see office IP address has appeared, and it is defining any traffic it sees as matching it as internal traffic. I then come out of this window, back to the main admin panel for step 2. Step 2 is where we actually filter this traffic out of our main data. So first of all, we click into data filters. We go to create filter. We are presented with these two options, one to identify and exclude developer traffic, the other internal traffic. This is for internal traffic. We can give this a name, exclude internal users. The filter operation is include or exclude. Exclude will get rid of any data that matches. Include will mean that only data that matches this traffic type will be included. And then all you need to do is paste in the value that you used for what type of traffic this is. So as we tag this up as internal, this will match against that. This is going to identify all traffic that you've matched against all of your different rules that has this traffic type as its eventual output. Down below, we can set what state we want the filter to be in. I would recommend using testing first, as this will allow us to highlight, with using the dimension test data filter name, what traffic is being caught in our filter versus what is not. This means we can set the filter up, run it for a week, and see over that week of data how much traffic ends up being caught in my exclude internal users filter, so that we don't accidentally remove a bunch of data that is important to us. Once we are satisfied, so create it as a testing filter. When I close it, you'll see it's present here. After a week, if I'm satisfied, I can click active and hit save, and then all new data processed will be excluded entirely. It will not make it into the property at all. And that is all you need to do to set up an internal data filter in GA4. Thank you very much for your time.